I'm not sure how many of you have ever watched Postman Pat, but I can tell you that I used to be quite of a fan of the show when I was little. Growing older, I soon moved to more exciting things, but try as I might, I still had a soft spot for the show, even my adult years. Postman Pat doesn't really air often, if at all. These days, where I am, somewhat little remains of the series now on websites such as YouTube. One day, I was browsing through YouTube and decided to look at some of these Postman Pat episodes, if only for the nostalgia value. To my surprise, one of the featured videos was Return to Sender, showing a bad quality black and white image of Postman Pat and Jess the cat. Cool, a Postman Pat lost episode tape, I thought to myself. Knowing about the craze and deciding to check it out, I knew real well that these were hoaxes and not too many creeped me out. Nevertheless, I looked forward to seeing what was demented soul had done to my postman Pat. To my surprise, when I clicked on the video, I noticed a normally longer timer, 12 hours to be precise. This was pretty unusual, but not totally unheard for most TV shows for a lost episode hoax tape. However, such a long timer was almost unheard of. There was no way I was going to sit through entire 12 hours, but decided to watch as much as I could before I moved on. The video began with a bad quality black and white intro of the show with the cheerful music playing in reverse. Other than that, the intro remained the same and soon cut to the beginning of the episode. The video showed Pat standing outside a house with Jess sitting in a basket nearby. The bad quality still apparent. Pat held a parcel in his hands, and there was nothing but silence for a few good minutes as Pat stared lifelessly at the parcel. Quickly growing bored of this, I clicked on another video, which played as normal. I began to dismiss Return to Sender as a really bad trolling attempt by some bored idiot. Having seen a few in my time, then things started to get weird. The video I was watching suddenly broke into static and changed into a picture of Pat standing at the parcel in silence. The timer once again changed into 12 hours. I was absolutely awestruck. This was impossible. Not even a virus could even explain something like that. I quickly closed the window entirely, not wishing to continue any further. However, the window soon popped back up and I found my mouse unable to work. Even using my keyboard did nothing as the screen showed Pat staring at the parcel again. The 12-hour timer still counting down. I tried to switch my laptop manually off at this point, but the button just won't work. It was then that the image finally started to change as the video zoomed into the parcel. The quality was still really bad. I could still see a label on the parcel stamp Return to Sender. The video just remained to focus on that parcel as I heard the sound of weeping growing louder and louder. The parcel dropped to the ground in slow motion as the sound of a cat hissing, then crying in pain was heard in the background. The video kept focusing on the parcel laying on the ground as images began to flash on and off screen. Pictures of mutilated cats and real and in color. Each image only staying on for screen for a few seconds before disappearing. After a while, this stopped, and the video switched back to Pat, who was standing in the place staring at the parcel, which had somehow appeared back in his hands. I just thought the basket and Jess were now missing from the screen entirely. Pat opened the parcel and broke down on the spot, falling to his knees as he covered his face and wept horribly. The parcel was falling once again to the ground. A small fuzzy paw broke out from inside, lifeless. The video ended at this point, turning to black. There's the 12-hour timer still going as my laptop finally switched itself off. To this day, I'm not sure what happened or what the video was about. In truth, I really don't think I want to anyway. You should see such a video on YouTube or any other site. I'd advise you to just let it be. It's not worth it. You know what they say, right? Curiosity killed the cat. So, yeah, that was Return to Sender. Postman Pat Creepypasta. Lost episode Creepypasta. My final thoughts on the story. My thoughts on the story. How do I explain this? It's not really scary, but in my opinion, it was a bit too just more creepy. It's just more unnerving and weird. Story, to be honest, it's pretty original. Like, it's not too cliche. It's not. It's not like your average. Not like your average creepy person with a murder and I stabbed him in the wiener. I stabbed the character in the wiener. I'm so scared. Like that. Like, at least, I mean, it might not make any sense for a little, but it was pretty original, to be honest. Yeah, at least it wasn't like any other cliched garbage story. Like, especially on sites such as Goshia's Lost Episode Wiki. I mean, is it scary? No, but I thought it was pretty unnerving. It's pretty weird. Anyway, my final thoughts on the story. I give this story a 6 out of 10. Well, actually a 7 out of 10. Pretty original, pretty unnerving, but just not too terrifying. But it was pretty unnerving for the most part. Anyway, see you later.